Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going deep on multi-vendor marketplaces.
Yeah, these are really cool.
You know those online platforms like think Amazon, eBay, Etsy, where you can find like almost anything.
Right, tons of sellers all in one spot.
Exactly. It's like having a global bazaar that never closes.
Absolutely, and the growth is incredible.
Oh yeah, I was looking at a report from 𝗪𝗪𝗪 and they predict that these multi-vendor marketplaces are going to hit like $8.7 trillion
Wow.
in sales by 2025.
Trillion with a T.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Trillion with the T.
It's a massive change in how we buy and sell online.
For sure.
And that's really why we're doing this deep dive today.
Mm-hmm.
We want to help you understand how these marketplaces work.
Yeah, like how do they actually function? It seems like there are so many moving parts.
Yeah, so imagine it's like
Okay.
a giant online shopping mall.
Yeah.
But instead of physical stores,
Right.
you have like all these individual vendors
Okay.
setting up their own like digital storefronts.
Plus-
And the platform owner, they're like the landlord.
Yeah.
You know, they provide the space.
So they're the ones taking care of things like payment processing and website stuff, like making sure the website can handle all those visitors.
Exactly. They handle the technical stuff, the security, and a lot of times even the customer support.
Which makes it, appealing for both the buyers and the sellers.
That's exactly. It's streamlined, it's efficient.
So they're taking care of all that behind the scenes stuff so the vendors can focus on, making and selling their products.
Exactly. And that's where the benefits come in.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
So for platform owners,
Mm-hmm.
their revenue streams are really diverse. They get commissions on each sale.
Okay.
They can offer premium features like subscriptions for, better visibility.
Makes sense.
And they can even get revenue from advertising.
Oh, right. Like ads on the platform.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And plus, they don't have to worry about managing inventory, right?
No, that's all on the vendors. And because they have so many vendors, they can scale super quickly.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, imagine if you had to match the variety of products that you see on Amazon, but you had to stock it all yourself.
Oh, it would be impossible.
A complete nightmare. Okay, so we've talked about platform owners. What about the vendors? What's driving them to these platforms?
Well, think about it from their perspective. They suddenly have access to this massive customer base.
Oh, yeah, that the platform's already built.
Exactly. They don't have to start from scratch building their own audience.
Right.
Plus, the platform does a lot of the marketing for them.
So it's like the platform is clearing all those hurdles that would normally be in the way for a small business.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get online.
And since the platform often takes care of things like payment processing and even shipping, the vendors can really streamline their operations.
So lower costs, less time spent on admin stuff.
Exactly.
Sounds like a win-win. And I bet customers are loving it too.
Oh, yeah, the customers get so much variety.
Right. Way more than a single vendor could offer.
Right. And the competition between vendors usually means better prices.
So it's like the platform is doing the bargain hunting for you.
That's a great way to put it.
And a lot of these platforms, they have really good customer support too.
Yeah, definitely. They streamline the process, and usually it means faster resolution times.
Which is great when you're shopping online.
It shows how popular these multi-vendor marketplaces have become.
Yeah?
There was a study that showed 88% of consumers have at least one marketplace app on their phone.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so we've talked about how these platforms work, the benefits, but let's say someone wants to launch their own platform. What are some of the platforms they should be considering?
Well, there are a few really great options out there.
Like what?
Well, you've got WebNexus, which is really good for vendor management. They've got really intuitive features. It makes it easy to onboard vendors, set performance standards, even resolve disputes.
So for someone who's new to this, it's a good option.
Yeah, definitely. If you're looking for flexibility and scalability, 𝗪𝗪𝗪 is a strong contender.
Okay.
Their platform allows you to adapt to changes quickly, so you can add new features, integrate with other services.
Gotcha. So if you're the kind of person who's always thinking ahead, 𝗪𝗪𝗪's a good option.
Exactly. And if you're thinking really big, then there's Shopify Plus.
Oh, yeah. Shopify's huge.
It's built to handle massive amounts of traffic and transactions.
Wow.
It can support unlimited vendors and products.
That's incredible.
It really is. And for global companies, there's 𝑡sCart Multi-Vendor.
Okay.
They offer multi-language and multi-currency support.
So you can sell all over the world.
Exactly.
That's a game changer.
It is. And then there's Magento Marketplace.
Okay.
This is great for people who want total control and customization.
So for the tinkerers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's open source, so you can change the code, the design, the features.
Nice. So many options.
There really are. The key is to do your research, compare the features, and choose the platform that fits your goals. Yeah, like finding the right pair of shoes, you got to try on a few.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so we've covered the basics, the benefits, even some platform choices, but what about the challenges? There's got to be some, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Every business model has its challenges.
Like what?
I think vendor management is a big one.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like having a lot of vendors would be a good thing.
It can be. It means more variety, but it also means more potential for things to go wrong.
Oh, right.
Imagine trying to manage hundreds or thousands of vendors.
Oh, no.
Making sure they all meet quality standards.
Right.
Resolving disputes.
That sounds like a headache.
It can be.
Yeah.
It requires a lot of skill, and you need the right systems in place.
Okay, so what else?
Well, competition is another big challenge.
Makes sense. New platforms are popping up all the time.
Exactly. It's a very dynamic space.
So you really got to be on top of your game.
You do. And then there's security and fraud prevention.
Oh, yeah, with so much data flowing through these platforms.
Exactly.
Sure.
You need strong security measures. One security breach could really damage your reputation.
Absolutely. And then there's payment gateway integration.
Ah, yeah. I hate those clunky checkout processes.
Nobody likes those.
Yeah.
You need a system that can handle a high volume of transactions,
Mm.
support multiple payment methods, and be super secure.
Okay, so what's the last big challenge?
Well, you need a robust technical infrastructure.
Yeah, the website needs to be able to handle all those visitors.
Right. It needs to handle traffic spikes, regular maintenance, and be scalable for future growth.
Wow, building a successful platform sounds like a lot of work.
It definitely is. But if you know about these challenges up front, you can plan for them.
That's a good point.
Being prepared increases your chances of success.
This has been really eye-opening.
I'm glad to hear that.
We've learned so much about how these platforms work, the benefits, the challenges, and even some top platform choices.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Are you ready to keep going?
Absolutely. In the next part, we're going to look at some real-world success stories. Ooh, companies that have mastered the multi-vendor marketplace model.
Exactly. It's going to be inspiring.
I can't wait. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, we are back and ready to dig into some success stories in the multi-vendor marketplace world.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see how some companies have taken this model and just absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, and I think we got to start with the biggest one out there, Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon, the king of online marketplaces.
They started as an online bookstore,
They
right?
did. It's
Oh.
amazing how they've grown into this massive global company.
Yeah, and a huge part of that growth has been their multi-vendor marketplace.
For sure, it's been a game changer for them.
I mean, seriously, who hasn't shopped on Amazon? It's like become a verb.
Yeah, you Amazon something.
Exactly. But what's crazy is how much of their revenue comes from those third-party sellers.
It's mind-blowing. In 2023 alone, their marketplace sales hit like $435.7 billion.
Billion with a B.
Yeah, billion with a B. And they had over 2 million active sellers on the platform.
That's like a whole city of sellers.
It's more than a city. It's more than the population of some countries.
Wow, that's insane. So what do you think is the key to their success?
Well, one thing that stands out is their focus on logistics and infrastructure.
Okay, yeah. They have a really impressive system for handling all those products and orders.
Right. They've invested heavily in building a system that can handle massive volume, and they've made it super easy for vendors to use.
So it's like they've created this well-oiled machine that just keeps churning.
Exactly. It's a seamless experience for both buyers and sellers, and that's a huge reason why they're so dominant.
Okay, so Amazon is the undisputed champ, but what about some other examples?
Well, Etsy's a great one.
Oh, yeah, Etsy. I love Etsy.
They've really carved out their own niche, focusing on handmade and vintage goods.
Yeah, it's like the online version of a giant craft fair.
Exactly. And they've done a great job of building a community around that.
Yeah, there's like a real sense of connection there. You're not just buying a product, you're supporting an artist.
Right. It's a very different experience from shopping on Amazon.
Totally.
Mm.
And it's clearly working for them. They have millions of active buyers and sellers.
They really are a success story.
Yeah, these examples are really inspiring. It shows that there's room for everyone in this market.
Absolutely. The multi-vendor model can work for any industry or niche.
That's exciting. But it makes me think about those challenges we talked about earlier, like vendor management. I mean, it's obviously super important. How do you think these companies approach it?
Well, they all have a few things in common.
Like what?
First, they have a really thorough vetting process for new vendors.
Oh, yeah, you don't want just anyone selling on your platform.
Right. They want to make sure that the vendors meet their quality standards.
And that they're a good fit for the platform.
Exactly. And they also monitor vendor performance closely.
So they're tracking things like shipping times, customer feedback, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're looking at all the key metrics to make sure that vendors are providing a good experience for customers.
So data plays a big role in this.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps them identify potential problems and reward top performers.
Okay, so it's not just about numbers, though, right?
No, there's a human element, too.
Right.
Successful platforms communicate with their vendors, they provide support, they offer training.
So it's a partnership.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want their vendors to succeed, and they know that a happy vendor means a happy customer.
Makes sense. And what about when things go wrong? There are bound to be disputes sometimes, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And the best platforms have a clear process for resolving those disputes fairly.
Yeah, you have to keep both the vendor and the customer happy.
Right. It's all about maintaining trust.
Trust in the platform, trust in the vendors.
Yeah. If customers have a bad experience, it can damage the reputation of the entire marketplace.
That's a good point. So it seems like vendor management is really the key to making this model work.
It really is. It's the link between the platform owner, the vendors, and the customers.
It's a delicate balancing act.
It is. But the companies that do it well, they create these thriving ecosystems that benefit everyone.
Yeah, it's amazing to see.
It really is inspiring.
And it makes me think, the future of online shopping is probably happening within these multi-vendor marketplaces.
I think you're right.
So whether you're a business owner or just a shopper, it's important to understand how these marketplaces work.
Absolutely, knowledge is power.
And speaking of knowledge, are you ready for the final part of our deep dive?
Oh yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Me too. We're going to get strategic and talk about how you can actually thrive in this market.
We're going to give you the tools you need to succeed.
Get ready to level up your marketplace game. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. And we are back for the final part of our deep dive, ready to get strategic.
Yeah, we're going to give you the tools you need to not just survive in the multi-vendor marketplace world, but to really thrive.
All right, let's do it. What's the first step?
Well, before you even start building a platform, you got to find your niche.
Oh, okay. So like what kind of products are you going to sell? What kind of audience are you targeting?
Exactly. It's about finding that special something that makes you stand out.
So not trying to be everything to everyone?
No, definitely not. You got to focus.
Okay, focus.
Find a gap in the market, something that's not being served well.
So like a specific product category or maybe an audience that's being overlooked?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Think about it like this. You wouldn't open a pizza place right next to another pizza place.
Yeah, that's just asking for trouble.
Exactly. You got to find your own flavor, your own unique twist.
Okay, so find your niche. What's next?
Build a brand, a strong brand.
Okay, so we're talking logo, colors, messaging, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all of that. It's
Yeah.
about creating a story, a feeling, an identity that people connect with.
So your brand is what makes you memorable.
Exactly. In a crowded market, your brand is what helps you stand out.
All right, niche branding check. What else?
Now it's time to curate your vendor selection.
Oh, this is a big one.
It is. This is where you build your team.
Okay, so you're looking for vendors who offer high-quality products that fit with your niche and your brand.
Absolutely. You want vendors who are reliable, professional, and share your values.
So it's kind of like putting together a puzzle. You got to find the right pieces that fit together.
That's a great analogy. And it's not just about finding the right vendors, it's about supporting them.
Oh, yeah, you got to give them the tools and resources they need to succeed.
Exactly. Provide training, offer guidance, help them grow.
It's a win-win for everyone. The platform grows, the vendors grow, and the customers get a great selection of products.
That's the goal. Speaking of customers, we can't forget about them.
Oh, yeah, the customer is king, right?
Always. You got to make the shopping experience on your platform amazing.
Okay, so easy to use, intuitive design, secure checkout, personalized recommendations, maybe some fun interactive elements.
Exactly. You want to create an experience that people enjoy, that keeps them coming back.
Okay, so we've got our niche, our brand, our vendors, and a great customer experience.
Yeah.
What's missing?
Marketing.
Ah, yes, I got to get the word out.
You got to tell the world about your amazing marketplace.
Okay, so social media, content marketing, email marketing, all the usual suspects.
Yep, all of that. And don't be afraid to get creative. Partner with influencers, do some events, think outside the box.
So find what works for your audience and for your brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And be willing to experiment. What works today might not work tomorrow.
That's a good point. This is a fast-moving space.
It is. You got to stay on top of trends.
And innovate, right?
Absolutely.
Huh.
Always be looking for ways to improve the experience for both your vendors and your customers.
So don't just follow the trends, set the trends.
Exactly. Be the innovator. Be the leader.
Wow. This has been an incredible journey.
It has been.
We've gone from the basics of multi-vendor marketplaces to some really advanced strategies.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
I feel like I have a whole new understanding of this world.
That's great to hear, and I hope this has sparked some ideas for you.
It definitely has.
Whether you're thinking about starting your own marketplace or just navigating the ones that are already out there.
Yeah, the possibilities are really exciting.
They are. And as we wrap up our deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay, hit me with it.
The multi-vendor marketplace model is changing the way we do business online.
For sure, it's connecting people, creating opportunities. It's really powerful stuff.
It is, and it's just the beginning.
So keep your eyes open,
Keep
keep learning, keep exploring, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next marketplace success story.
That's right. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.